Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk with Boss Lady. I'm Boss Lady. Tonight, our topic is about crossroads, time for change. How many times have you been at a crossroad and you're not sure which direction to go to? We're going to explore crossroads in the natural realm and in the spiritual realm because they both fall into line in our natural existence. But before we get into our topic, we are going to, I just want to get into another segment that we have, our What's New. And we've been going through this pandemic, or plandemic, as I call it, from the Ontario government. There's this pandemic that we're going through right now. And how many of us really know all of our rights? We don't know all of our rights. So I have a clip that I want us to run so we can see and learn more about our rights. Because you see, if you don't know your rights, then you can't, your rights will be violated. And we don't want our rights to be violated, especially there's restrictions on flying. There's restrictions even in Walmart getting things. I hope people are still going over the yellow line. I am seeing more people doing it and going to self-checkout. But anyways, I don't want to talk anymore about that. Let's roll the clip and we'll talk about the clip.
David Menzies for Rebel News here at Toronto's Pearson International Airport. And it's a Sunday evening. We're mere hours away from the new travel restrictions that are going to kick in at midnight. Those are the restrictions that are going to require arriving Canadians from international destinations to take the test and then quarantine at a hotel for up to 3 days at their expense, up to $2,000, while they await the results of the tests. But the reason why we're here tonight is, well, as you can see, there is a large lineup of people. We're told the lineup is 90 minutes long. It looks like the lineup at Canada's Wonderland to ride the Leviathan, because you still have to take the test, even though you don't have to stay at a hotel, apparently. And none other than Chris Sky is on this flight arriving from Istanbul to Toronto, and he told us ahead of time he's not taking a test. Let's just see how that goes.
Got my bags, and we're gonna go outside. We're gonna refuse their stupid test and tell everybody to refuse their stupid test. So, yeah. Hi.
Is there a reason you don't have your mask?
Yes, because I have a medical condition, so I don't need to wear one. And I'm also a Canadian citizen, and this is a violation of our Charter Right, Section 6, and a violation of the Emergency Act 14.1. So I'm going to be declining your test today. Okay. Thank you very much. No problem. I'll happily do that. Everybody in here, if you are a Canadian citizen, simply deny the test, deny their quarantine, and there's nothing you can do. They cannot stop you. They cannot force you. You are a citizen. You have rights. If you want to wait in the line for 2 hours, let them push up your nose. Go right ahead. But if you have a brain and you have balls, just say no. That's fine. I have a camera on as well. So, yes, everybody, this is what you do. You say no to their test, no to their quarantine, and if you're a citizen or a permanent resident, there's absolutely nothing they can do but acknowledge that you have rights, and they have to respect that. Is that not true? Say it's true for the camera, everybody. Say it's true.
So you have some identification?
I do, of course. That's not a problem.
And you refuse to take the test?
I refuse to take your test 1,000,000%.
No problem.
And everybody in here, Canadian citizens, you can refuse the test. Just say no, don't wait in line, and there's nothing they can do. Okay, I will not yell, that's true. But I just want you guys to acknowledge for 91,000 people watching that anybody can refuse the test.
Yeah, I'm just giving you identification.
Perfect. Thank you. You guys hear that? Straight from the horse's mouth, straight from the police, refuse the test. Ooh, I'm getting a ticket. Oh, not another one of those tickets.
So can we cut the clip right there? Okay, so you heard the police at Toronto Pearson Airport just gave him a ticket. So everybody is getting this misconception. If everyone just educates themselves just a little bit, then you will not feel oppressed. You will not feel that you're compelled by the system. You can't just let the system tell you exactly everything verbatim what to do when this is your body that God gave you. They can't force you to take a vaccine in order for you to work. They can't force you and tell you you can't fly or you have to get something stuck up your nose going up into your brain. And all they have to do is give you a ticket. So please, people, go ahead and live your life. Anyhow, I'm not going to talk anymore too much about that, but please exercise your rights. The Charter Right of Freedom Act, Section 6. Please, I urge you to learn your rights and stop talking things that you don't know. Now, moving along, the Ontario government is providing a grant for youth and young adults ages 15 to 29. And it's solely to, this grant is solely to help young people open their own business, whether it's for a summer job. And I'm with the Let's Talk channel. I am solely about mentoring people and helping them with business ideas because we all know job security is up and down right now. So if you're thinking about opening your business, then now is an opportunity. I know how to fill out these forms so you can get approved. If you're between the ages of 15 to 29, please DM me at Let's Talk with Boss Lady. That is my IG. For those of you that don't know what IG is, it's Instagram. So send me a message on Instagram. Again, it's Let's Talk with Boss Lady. All right, so moving along, let's get into our topic now. So again, our topic today is crossroads, time for change. Now, when you're a crossroad is for, in the natural realm, a crossroad is a four-way street. A crossroad is a four-way street. But a crossroad in the spiritual realm, could be an issue. It could be a problem in your life. It could just be a decision that you're trying to make and you're actually not sure how you're going to make that. So how do we figure out which crossroad and where do we go? And a crossroad doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be a positive. You could need to move. You're complaining your house is too small. You're tired. You have no space. But when the opportunity comes for you to move, you're stagnant. Another example of being at a crossroad. You're a woman and you have children, but you decided to start your life a certain way. Like you were just into the thug guys. And when you realize that the thug guy is not helping you and he's not taking up his responsibility, then you want I call it the square guy, the one that works and is responsible and everything. But your situation, your crossroad is that you need to figure out your crossroad solely is you need to figure out how you can progress on your own, how you can elevate yourself. It's not about just finding somebody to piggyback and to make your life easier. You see, oftentimes people like to make their life very easier and they'll piggyback off of somebody. Now, we all have hiccups in our life. We all have made circles and holes in our life, but you have to fix it. Somebody's realistically not going to come in and just swoop you off your feet and fix everything yourself. If you're not happy, you take that man to court. Deadbeat dads need to go to court. But if you have a man that you know that you can work with, you don't take that man to court. You work with that man. You see, oftentimes there are some women that abuse the court system. And this is why some men need to understand that the court doesn't just rule for women, sorry. They are now ruling in the men's favor if you can prove that you are a better parent. You know, they have really made things very a lot easier because some men have been rolled through the mud because of some women and because of crossroads that they have put themselves in. And instead of them elevating themselves, they chose an easier approach. So what you need to do if you're in that situation, you need to get yourself a job. You need to get yourself a job. You need to meditate. Figure out where I am. Figure out where you are, meditate, and allow God to lead you into the right direction. Another example of a crossroad could be you're deciding to go to school. You want to go to school to enhance your education because there's a job that you want to do. There's a career that you want. You like the money. You want to help people. You know, you're very interactive. But at the set time, you rather just sit at home and play video games. But you want the 6-figure income. So you're not balanced. You're at a crossroad. So I often wonder, how do you want the house? And how do you want the money, but you don't want to put in the effort and you don't want to put the time? That's not fair. So that's your crossroad. We have to understand that we have crossroads, and sometimes you'll be in the same situation over and over and over again. It will be a revolving door until you actually figure out your crossroad, until you actually figure out what the revolving door is in your life. Yeah, you're going to be reliving the same situation, different scenarios. You could be married today and you'll be going through that situation with your wife. You could be going through it with your children's mother, your husband, or the father of your children, or even friends. Different scenarios, but you're going to be getting pretty much the same tape. You know why? Because you have not fixed. And when you reach at that crossroad, you have to say, I'm here. It's time for change. I can't continue letting this man be an anchor and suck me. I can't keep making this friend because this friend knows I'm a fighter. You know I'm a fighter and I'm there for you. I'm a rider. And because I'm always a rider, you use me and instigate situations to tear me down. You're at a crossroad. Is that friend really for you? Or you're just a muscle? You can't let people use you. You have to figure out your crossroad, and we all have crossroads in our life, but sometimes we don't always identify to the crossroads. You see, once you can identify to the crossroad, then life becomes a lot easier, and then the ship starts to sail. You know, there's a song that I remember, Meet Me at the Crossroads, you know, and we really have to really evaluate every situation in our life, because then and only then we will realize how much crossroads are really in our lives and how we need to uplift ourselves and not let fear keep us down. Sometimes you have to know how to risk it all, because when you risk it all and you align yourself with the universe, God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but he gives us a spirit of a bold and sound mind. Only then God will really move any mountain that's in your life. That mountain can be your friend. That mountain could be your boss. That mountain can be your husband. That mountain can be pretty much anything. If you feel that you're underappreciated, or if you feel that you need a result and you're not gaining that result, you're at a crossroad, and it's time for you to reflect on your crossroad. It's time for you to solely reflect on that crossroad, and let's figure out how we are going to change. How are you going to change the narrative of your life? Or are you going to allow yourself to just be oppressed and allow yourself to just keep being conditioned? When we condition ourselves and we make excuses for the chaoticness because of our crossroads, and often when chaos and mayhem is happening, and you may think it's brimstone and fire, you're at a crossroad. The universe is telling you, it's knocking at your door. If you're working 3 jobs and you're still having trouble making ends meet and you're tired, you're at a crossroad. The universe is telling you something. Allow God and the universe to tell you what you need to do. The right job is out there for you. The right house is out there. Meditate. Get there. It's time for change. The right wife is there for you. The right person for you to start your family is there. The right husband is there for you. The right new circle of friends are there for you if we embrace change. But the biggest problem is that we're as human beings, we are afraid of the unknown. And because we're afraid of the unknown, we stay in the same stagnant position year after year, and it's a revolving door. It just keeps going like this. So if you find yourself in that situation today, I strongly urge you to meditate, pray, and ask the good Lord to give you some direction so you can move yourself from this crossroad and you can walk into your destiny, into the land of milk and honey that he promised us. Because, especially as Christians, or, I don't really like saying Christians, children of God, because we are all his children, we all have to remember that, especially if you grew up in Sunday school, our father is a millionaire, we're walking on gold. So if your father is a millionaire, you're walking on gold, why are you living from paycheck to paycheck? Then especially with this pandemic, we have to think a little bit more. Job security is not there. Job security is not there. There's a lot of people that are unemployed. Figure out what you're good at, and at the same time, opening a business is not for everybody too. But maybe the job that you're in right now is not for you, and there's a better one out there. So please reevaluate, look at your crossroad, because we all have them, and let's make change so we can all be successful. Because our father is a millionaire, we are walking on gold, and he doesn't want us to live hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. That's not no way of living. Poverty is a sin. That is the last word I'm going to leave with everyone. Poverty is a sin. All right, so I'm going to introduce our guest. And her name is Letitia Brown, and she's a co-founder of Virtually Calm. I'm not going to talk too much about her business because I want her to do all the talking for us. And especially with this new pandemic, I call it, I think that her services are very needed in a time like this. So without further ado, I am going to invite Miss Letitia Brown to come on the show. She is virtual, and we're going to chat, and she can get to tell the viewers exactly what services that she can offer, because I know we're all going through a lot, and drinking is not the solution.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Letitia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You could call me Elle.
Hey, Al.
Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, I was just trying to be a little bit more formal, but I know I always call you Al.
Yeah, no worries. So thank you for inviting me onto your show and to talk about Virtually Calm and counseling in general. I really appreciate the invitation, and I'm excited to have this conversation with you.
It's a pleasure to have you, especially with a time like now, like whether you believe in the pandemic or not, or what your views are, I think everybody overall can use your services at this point in time. And I think that's a fair statement.
Absolutely. So just for the people who are tuning in to your live today, Virtually Calm is an online platform that is geared towards everyone. We try to focus on individuals, but as well as the family unit. And we offer affordable counseling as well as affordable wellness sessions. So you can have a one-on-one wellness experience with a counselor and talk about things that you need to get off your chest, maybe go through a more formal counseling session because our counselors are certified, are professional. But if you would like to come on Virtually Calm and just get a wellness session and connect with other people, you can get different sessions like yoga or meditation. We actually have a virtual spa event coming up. I think you would absolutely love it.
It sounds great.
Yeah, so basically, this virtual spa event is going to be our first group wellness event on Virtually Calm. And it's for women. It's a perfect Mother's Day gift, but it really exemplifies a lot of our platform because it's very geared towards wellness. So, this particular event, we're doing face masks, we're
Oh,
doing
nice.
meditation, and we're doing yoga.
Nice. I haven't done yoga in a while.
Yeah, and so really the whole idea behind it is to get all the wellness queens together, make a moment for ourselves where we can connect with one another, and connect with ourselves during this type of time, kind of regrouping, refocusing. As you said, whether you are up to date with what's going on in the pandemic, whether you believe it's more of a pandemic, at the end of the day, lots of things are changing. And one of the things we don't want to change is how much we take time to care for ourselves. So Virtually Calm is a really affordable platform for you to go on and take good care of yourself, whether it's your mind through counseling sessions or whether it's your mind, your body, your spirit through other wellness classes that we have available.
Exactly. And I believe that mind, body, soul, wellness is the key. If you want to manifest anything, your mind is the anchor of your whole body. So your mind has to be physically in the right place. And your soul has to also be in the physical right place because it's just like what you eat. You are what you eat, right? So what you feed your mind and when you feed your spirit, it manifests in the natural realm, right? So mind, body, and soul. So wellness is the key to everything. So how do you think your services? I know we just touched it, but I have to ask: how do you think your services are relevant during this pandemic?
Well, they're extremely relevant. Prior to the pandemic, we know that mental health was a huge issue, one that over the last few years we've been talking about the negative stigma that's been associated with mental health illness and awareness and wellness. And so now with this global pandemic, there's even more attention on our mental health because we now have to stay locked in our doors, which is impacting our mental health. And then on top of that, we have to face ourselves.
Yeah.
There's nothing else happening to distract us from some of the things we're avoiding. And we're also spending a lot more time online than we are with other individual people. And so my partner, Carrie Ann, she's actually the founder of Virtually Calm. She's a social worker and she works in the field, and she really knew that there was a need for people to have an affordable outlet that they could tap into to meet their needs where they are. So as you mentioned before, people are losing their jobs. Like people are locked in. Kids are locked in. I'm sure you have a lot of parents who are listening to your live. And one of the most amazing things about Virtually Calm is we have certified child and youth workers that actually specialize in counseling for our children and youth. So parents who might now have their children doing school from home, and they now notice maybe their children are experiencing a lot more anxiety, whether it be because of their schoolwork or what they hear and see on the news going on around them. Virtually Calm is a fantastic outlet for families, parental counseling, couples counseling, and seniors counseling. There's a lot of seniors who are now being isolated. They can't
Right.
see their children. And so we have counselors that are available around the clock to provide, whether it be counseling or just social conversation with our elderly population, because we don't want to forget about the people who paved the way before us, especially now as they face this pandemic, more than the rest of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people often forget about the seniors, and you can't forget about the seniors, because some of them are just used to just going on daily walks, and they can't go on their daily walks. I remember my grandma, may her soul rest in peace. She had a verbatim schedule. Like she was like they considered her like junior, senior, helping seniors. And I remember she would go to the nursing homes. She would cook for seniors, and they have their verbatim schedule. And just the fact that they can't do their daily activities or their routines, I think that is what is detrimental to them mentally. I really do. And I like the fact how your services is incorporating for seniors, because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about seniors, and I'm all for seniors because of the love that I have for my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace. I think that we really need to reach our elderly, because we're all not going to be young forever. I mean, we want to, but the reality is we're not. And children, they just want to go to school and be kids and have their played with their friends. And that's why I let my children go outside and interact, because they need that. You can't keep them inside and just be on PlayStation 24/7. They're going to be zombies, So I'm really glad that you have this service that it's also incorporated for the elderly and the children, because they're so vulnerable. It says once a man, twice a child.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
we actually have some amazing children's programming coming up. Sorry, there's a bit of an echo here. But basically, we're going to be doing some sing-alongs for younger children, parents with younger kids, kind of like a nice calming outlet, so they can at least get on their tablet, get on their laptop while mom or dad or whomever is doing their thing, and they can connect with other kids, learn some songs, do something where they're not really getting to connect with their friends if they're not going to school, right?
Right.
And some storybook time. So we have a lot of really fun activities coming for the younger children. We're working on programming for the youth and teens, but really and truthfully, it is an affordable platform that meets the needs of our community, where we're at, what we're going through, and gives us an outlet to relieve our stress, maybe get some help if we're going through some mental health concerns or matters. Or it might not be mental health illness. It could be grief. You could have lost someone. Maybe you lost your job. You could have been working at your job for several years and took a lot of pride in what you were doing. Now you don't have a job anymore, and that is taking a toll on your emotions, maybe how you feel, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. And you want to talk to someone about what you're feeling so that they can help motivate you and just get you on that right track, because sometimes we don't feel comfortable talking to our family members, or we don't feel comfortable going to our friends with our problems, and it's really good to have another outlet where you have someone who is a trained professional
Exactly.
who knows how to identify by what you're saying and how you answer certain questions, what patterns you might be going through, what cycles you might be going through, and they can help guide you through your process of elevating your thoughts or elevating your behaviors. So I personally am not a counselor on Virtually Calm. I am one of the partners, and I actually utilize the service myself, just because this global pandemic took a toll on me as well. So I utilize this service more than once, going online, connecting with a counselor, and just talking about some of the fears that I'm having about the future that cause me anxiety, and rather than suffer alone, why not speak to someone, get that off my chest, and then hear from them as a professional on different steps I can take to kind of walk through that and get to the other side. And it has been extremely helpful for me.
Well, that's good. It's always good to know that it doesn't matter what you're going through, that you also exercise your own services, because you have to be able to use it, know about your product if you're going to solicit to people. So that's amazing. I always say that if I buy a new wig, I try one on, because I have to tell people, hey, this is hair shed, or you know what I mean? So it's good. It's good to know that you, during this pandemic, that if you felt that you needed to reach out for professional help, because people think talking to so-and-so and so-and-so, it's not, I think you would agree with me, that's not counseling,
Absolutely.
It's about getting the right help. And I find within our community, I think it's also another fair statement to say that we don't often believe in counseling. We think sometimes you'll say your head no good, money will be you, all kinds of things.
Yeah, well, for me, this pandemic kind of helped me identify the fact that when I'm very stressed about something that I am avoiding, I take on a lot of responsibilities. I make myself very busy so I don't have to kind of deal with what's bothering me. And so then what happens is you get overwhelmed with all of the things on your plate. And I didn't come to that realization until I started having conversations with someone about my thoughts and my feelings. So I learned about myself. So I really want to make that point to everyone that's watching. You may or may not have a mental health issue or concern or diagnosis, but you can just be a human being like myself that is going through something, or has a thought, or has a fear, or notices a pattern, and you want to communicate that, get that off of your chest. Because we can talk about pandemics, but I'm going to tell you what really impacts us, that has always been impacting us, and that's stress.
True. That is the truth. And what you said before is that you created like a coping mechanism. And that's what I find that we do. We make ourselves more busier. And it doesn't have to mean that it's mental health as a diagnosis, like you said, but we have to get to the root of our problem. We always have to get to the root of our problem if we want to move forward.
Absolutely. It's just like going to the gym. Like, you look absolutely fabulous, by the way. I love your outfit.
Thank you. Oh, it's courtesy of guests. They pick out all my clothes at Bramalea City Center. They pick out all my clothes, even my shoes.
Wow.
Everything.
Yeah, you look beautiful. So that's a perfect example. You look absolutely awesome. And you'll continue to look that awesome until maybe you need to go to the gym or work out or go for a walk, or change your diet. And so we're always looking at like the external physical body, but so much about what's going on in our physical body starts here in our mind. And so we never pay any attention to that stuff. So I really like the counseling aspect of Virtually Calm because it's affordable. It's literally half the price of most counseling sessions. And then on the flip side, when you talk about the wellness sessions that Virtually Calm has, this is a little less clinical and more in terms of connection and more in terms of stress relief and kind of uplifting yourself, whether it be, again, through meditation, through visualization, through yoga. It could even be your finances. Maybe you're really stressed out about your finances. We'll have a wellness session around how to calm your anxieties around financial stress, the things that meet us in our everyday walk and journey.
I love it. I mean, I love the name, first of all, Virtually Calm. I love it. I just feel like I'm on a beach. Every time I say Virtually Calm, I just feel like I'm on a beach and there's this birds chirping, I just get this calm and the breeze blowing and I'm drinking some tequila. I just have this nice calm. I really love the name, you know.
That was Karian's name, my partner. She came up with that name, and it was hard for me not to join in with her on this initiative with a name like that, because it, as you said, it resonates, right? We need more calm. We need more peace. That's one thing I can say.
Yes.
And with all respect to anyone who maybe got the negative sides of coronavirus, but on the positive side, one thing that did come out of it is that people were able to kind of slow down a little bit.
Yes.
Slow down and smell the roses. Not grinding your teeth in traffic at 6:30 in the morning on the 401, and having road rage and then going at work and then doing that again and rushing, so we needed a break. Virtually Calm, again, allows you to be anywhere, any place. You just need a device and Wi-Fi, and you can go on there and book a service and create a moment of wellness for yourself, because you deserve it. And we have a lot going on, and we prioritize ourselves.
Well, we pretty much answered the next question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. How are sessions offered during the pandemic?
So they're all online. Literally, you can go on virtuallycalm.com, and there's two sections. One section is for counseling. The other section is for wellness sessions. If you pick counseling, you pick the type of counseling that you want. You answer a few quick questions, and you are matched with a counselor, and you can pick the time and date that you want. And then that's it. You get a link emailed to you. You press that link, and bam, counselor's there. You have your session, and you can continue to rebook with that counselor, or you can rebook with another counselor. On the wellness side, you see what wellness events we have. You press the one you like, you book. And then on the day of the event, you go into your email, you press the link, and you participate in the wellness event. And that's it.
I like it because this virtual counseling session that you're offering, you literally can offer help to anybody, anywhere they are. Like, I'm not saying that while you're driving, you guys should be doing counseling sessions, but literally, it's amazing because you're reaching people at a time at anywhere that they could possibly be to give them the help that they need. And I think it's so needed. Children, elderly, anyone at this point in time in life, they can do it. And I remember you did mention that it is cost effective. So we're not going to discuss the prices. I think when people contact you directly, you guys
No, it's okay. We can discuss the prices. Anyone who's on here who has done counseling before knows that it could easily be $85, $100, $120, $160 a session. And
that is true.
We are very proud and happy to say that our service is $65 a session for online counseling with certified, qualified, professional counselors who have their own counseling practices and who charge, double that, but have made themselves available on this platform to offer that affordability to our consumers. And our wellness sessions are even cheaper than that, or more cost effective. $50, $40, going all the way down to $20, all the way down to $11. So you can actually get your child on for an hour of music and singing and activities that bring calm to them, where they can also connect with other kids for $10.
Oh, wow. I'm going to hit you guys up for mine. I like the music. I like the music.
Like, kids, as you said, you might be able to get your children out, but it's hard. Like, they're not able to connect with their friends. Now they can at least go online, get off the video game, as you mentioned.
Right? Yes.
connect with someone who's already experienced working with children, for one, and just give these children a break, an escape. Okay, I don't want to hear the news in the background that my parents are constantly listening to. They're constantly watching CNN. I'm constantly, as a kid, on my video games being told to down, just
Yeah.
like a zombie. Now it's like, okay, get off that, get on to Virtually Calm, connect. There's 15, 20 other kids their age on there. And a facilitator that's saying, hey, how's your day? Like, what's going on? Let's learn this song. You get a safe place, an outlet. They get to make new friends. They are safe. And that release is going to help them, the next day, the next morning. The benefits will carry on after that session. So I strongly recommend that for parents who have kids, that are, 12, 13, all the way down to say 6, to check out Virtually Calm for our wellness sessions, and get your kids tapped into some other activities to help stimulate different parts of their brain and invite some peace and calm into their lives too, because even though they're kids, they have stress too.
You're absolutely right. And what people don't understand is they're just like, oh, my kids are they're home, they're on the video games. The video game is overly stimulating them. And that frustrates them too when they don't win in the game and this and that. This is why, like at my house, I'm not going to tell you that they don't play the PlayStation, but I literally have been taking the cords. Like, I'll leave the system. There's going to be kids that are going to be watching this. They're not going to like it because I'm going to tell their parents what I do. I literally take the PlayStation controller, or I'll take a cord, and or sometimes I just take the system and I hide it.
I have a better solution for you. At Home Depot or Canadian Tire, they have little lock boxes. Some are plastic, some are metal. They could be like this small.
Okay.
And what you do is, let's say this is the outlet. You just put the outlet goes into the lock box and you lock it.
Okay.
So that's it. Unless they have the key to open that lockbox, they can't get the plug out to plug back in the wall.
Oh, right. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes I drive with it in my car, so they can't find it.
So now you won't have to do that. You won't have to go, because I know it's annoying to plug out all of those cords.
It is.
You can't find that in your house because your kids are professional at finding that stuff. And then you end up put that in your car. And then when you're finally ready to give it back to them because they're driving you crazy, you gotta go move all the furniture again to go plug all of those wires. No, you just plug it out of the wall, put that lockbox in, take your key and go about your business.
Well, I'm going to try that. So my kids are definitely not going to like that you're giving me new ideas, but I like you for giving me the new idea, okay? And like you for that.
No problem.
So,
but you know what? Hand them a laptop and get them on Virtually Calm. Get them learning something. Get them doing some kids yoga, some kids meditation, something to get their minds working and their bodies moving in a positive and calm manner.
I'm so for it. I definitely will be contacting you. And I urge anyone that is watching, we need to get our kids, we need to find a different way how to restructure them and restructure their brain and stimulate their brain, feed their brain with the right things. Because right now it's just being crammed with everything that is just on the television and on the video games. And their brain is not getting any form of knowledge. It's not, and it's too busy. That's just how I like to, that's just my way of articulating it. Their brain is just too busy, and it's busy, and they're not learning. So in my house, I even downloaded Excel for the kids, and there's educational games. It's a learning platform, and that's what I do. But I really, really am intrigued with Virtually Calm and the wellness portion and the counseling portion, and just everything that you're doing for people. It's amazing. God bless you both.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And Melissa, I hope that you're going to join us on our virtual spa night, because it's not a night, actually. It's more like around brunch.
Okay.
You can bring your glass of wine with you. With this virtual spa event, it's $49.
Okay.
But you get up to $70 back in savings and vouchers.
Ooh, I love savings and vouchers because I'm cheap. I like it.
Yeah, so you can literally, it's just like you're going to go through guided yoga, guided meditation, and a guided facial ritual.
Okay.
And you can get the products for your facial delivered to you, or you can use your own products, but you can also have some delivered to you. And you'll also be able to, like I said, connect with other women. You'll be able to learn some beauty tips, get your body moving, get your mind right. Maybe you have certain goals that you kind of want to focus on and just kind of do that. But really and truthfully, it's going to help you commit to yourself and give yourself that break for an hour and an hour and a half. That's your time to stop and invite some wellness into your life, because like I said before, we deserve it. We need to create those moments for ourselves. So I hope you're going to come, Melissa. I hope you'll be there.
I will be there. Just let me know the date. Just, you don't have to contact me. Just let me know the date and when I have to send the money, and I'm there. I'm there.
It's Saturday, May 15th, guys.
No problem.
Saturday, May 15th at 11 a.m. It'll be done before 12:30. And like I said, it's going to be an amazing event. We actually did a little mini event today on Instagram Live, and it was so refreshing and supportive, and I got a lot out of it.
Well, that's great. I can't wait. I can't wait because you need to really bring balance into your life. Balance is so important. And whatever you have to do to get balance in your life, you just got to do it. And once you find that you're balanced, everything, you just feel lighter. You can think better. It's like a breath of fresh air, you know? It's just that breath of fresh air when you're balanced and you can think clearly. And that's what your service is going to do. It's going to provide the wellness that people need. And if they feel like they need somebody professional to talk to, it's going to overall heal any wounds that need to be healed in any way. But how can viewers get in touch with you and the services that you're offering at Virtually Calm?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. Of course, if you are familiar with Melissa's platform, you can obviously reach out to her and she'll connect you with me. But Virtually Calm, right there on your screen, is where you'll find us on social media and online. If you put in virtuallycalm.com on your Google search, we will come up. Our website's there. You can also follow us on Instagram, Virtually Calm, and you can also find us on Facebook. So we're here. We're friendly. We're both Black women. We both care about our community. We both care about women. We both care about mental health, wellness, and awareness. So that's where you can find us, and we absolutely would love to connect with you and share our services with you.
Elle, it was a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. Likewise.
It was a pleasure, and to discuss about Virtually Calm and everything that it's doing it's able to do for the community. So I strongly urge all our viewers that are watching, you know your circumstances. We all can do with wellness. So don't think that if you need a counselor that you're crazy, because there's often that stigma that if you need a counselor, there's something wrong with you. You have mental health issues or you need to take a pill. No one's saying that. Sometimes just the stress of life and you just need to talk to somebody and just to plan things out. Maybe you want to make a change in your life, just like what we were talking about, crossroads, and you're not sure.
Yeah.
You want to start a new business. You want to move. You're not sure which direction. Sometimes not everyone can figure their way out. So not everybody can navigate their way.
They need a sounding board. It's like having a sounding board to bounce your thoughts off of, to just give you that perspective.
Exactly. And not everyone has those skills, and that's okay. And even if you have those skills, sometimes you need a resource. You need to go back to the well. So use the well, use the tools that are available to you, readily available to you, that I'm actually connecting you with through the Let's Talk show. And all I ask is that when you get connected with the guests that are on the show, that you mention the show, Let's Talk with Boss Lady. That's all I'm asking. Elle, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. It truly was a pleasure to have you on the show. God bless you. I like the movement.
Thank you. I appreciate you and your platform and inviting us on here to share that. And like I said, I hope to see you on the 15th.
Yes, you definitely will see me on the 15th. Please send me all the particulars, and I will also post everything on my Instagram page, on the Let's Talk Instagram page as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone, and stay well.
Stay safe. God bless you. So everyone, that was Elle from Virtually Calm. So please, again, think, reflect, and if you find that you're at a crossroad and you need a little help, give her a call. So this concludes our segment for today. I want to thank all the viewers for watching. I want you to look at yourself, reflect. This platform is all solely about empowering people. It's solely about building. It's solely about mental health. It's solely about wellness. It's solely about progression. I know a lot of people see me and they say, you're a strong person. And you're blessed to be that strong. There's sometimes I don't even want to be this strong person. There's sometimes I have to go back to the well, and I have my own resources. What is your resources when you feel like your cup is run too dry? That's what I'm saying. So use this platform wisely and let it uplift you, let it empower you, and let it solely get you to where you need to be. Remember to meditate. Remember to think about everything that you want, and always think clearly. And know when it's time to change, when you're at your crossroad, and always reflect. We have to always reflect, and remember to value yourself and to eradicate fear, because fear keeps us in a revolving door. All right? And please exercise your rights, people. Exercise your rights. So I want to thank JJ Web Services. I want to thank Brother Sheldon from Hope Ministries, my tech guy. I want to thank Royal Haven Spa and Salon. I also want to thank Lit D&D. You did a wonderful job on my makeup. I want to thank you again for my tower. She's amazing for backdrops. Any events, hit up Lit D&D. I also want to thank TGC Financial. I know tax season is done, but you can still file until June if you haven't. If you missed the deadline, please hit up TGC Financial for all your accounting services. I want to thank Nemoy Lashes. She did such a wonderful job on my lashes. I'm wearing Hollywood, and she did a wonderful job on my hair. I did not do my own hair. My daughter did my hair. And this hair is supplied at Glamour Trends, Inc. We are doing delivery services on hair and wigs, so just DM me. But my daughter did a wonderful job on my hair, and I just want to thank her. I want to thank also, I can never thank him enough. I want to thank Drew, the ultimate cut barber, the best barber in the greater Toronto area. I don't care. He's a wonderful friend of mine, and I could not realistically sometimes get a lot of things done if it wasn't for him. He is such a good friend, and good friends are better than pocket money. And a lot of people think that men and women can be friends, but they can. You just have to know who your friend is, all right? So this concludes our segment for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, those that are at work and those that are at home. I want to thank you for your loyalty. We're really doing a lot here with this platform, and I'm really working with people and changing people's lives. Continue to watch, continue to share the link, continue to subscribe. It's not costing you anything. Please subscribe to the show. I am almost there where I'm going to get a plaque from YouTube. Please subscribe to the show. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I know I'm repeating myself because when you tell people to subscribe, they think that you're asking them for an arm and a kidney and a foot, and I don't want neither of them. I just want you to subscribe. Let's share this moment and really be happy. And this is not just for me, but this is for everyone. And when I really see that somebody's life has changed because of the show, it makes me happy. So may God bless you all. I'm Boss Lady, and this is my Let's Talk Corner, and I'm out, and I'll see you next time on May 16th. Good outro. Is it still on?